Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Abby, and I know I always say this, but I know I've been gone for a while. I mean, like for the longest time. But since all my midterms, actually like school is done, and yeah, so like I'm back for at least a little while. And I missed you guys so much. So to kind of treat you guys, I made a tutorial on how to create a wig, like a basic wig. I'm using curly hair. With a lace closure, and as usual from beginning to end. I mean, this is going to include how to lay the tracks, sew, bleach the knots, and pluck the hairline of the closure. So if you're interested, please stay tuned, and if you're new, don't be afraid to subscribe. Love you. So in order to make a wig, there are a few things that you're going to need. First, a mannequin head, which it's something that you really need. It's kind of crucial for you to have it, actually, if you really want to make a wig. I got mine from a beauty supply store for I think about $5 or $6. I live in Canada, but anyway, so $5 or $6 Canadian dollars. Then you are going to need a wig cap. There are several kinds, including the ones that has a built-in wire. This one is actually $5.99, I think, and I got it from, again, the beauty supply store, my local beauty supply store, by the way. And it's very stretchy, and it has an adjustable straps, which I don't really care for. I usually like snip it after, because I mean, like, I don't like using it, because when you do, you know, your head gets tight, you know what I'm saying, like tight. Okay, so, and you are also going to need some pins. I forgot what these are called, but anyway, you are going to need them in order to secure the wig cap onto the mannequin head. I'm going to use two 22 inches and a 20-inch bundle with an 18-inch closure. So for this particular wig cap, it has this dome shape extra piece of mesh, which I often use as a guide/center. You see how the mannequin's nose is aligned with the dome? I also make sure that the red tag at the back is aligned at the center of the mannequin's neck. And once I'm satisfied with the position of the wig cap, I start pinning it down with some pins. Now I'm ready to start. First, I'm going to sew the lace closure first. This is so I can make sure that I don't leave any space between the last track I'm going to sew and the closure. And it's just more convenient. This is the close-up of the closure. As you can see, it's very healthy looking. The lace is very sturdy and bouncy. But mind you, I have not washed nor conditioned the hair yet. That's something I'm going to do later. So using the dome as a guide, I'm going to place the closure onto the wig cap, making sure that the hairline is perfectly lining up with the cap. Then I'm going to secure with some pins. Now I'm ready to start sewing. Starting from the front, I'm going to sew around the closure, nice and tight. By the way, I'm sewing using the loop and tighten method, where I sometimes make a loop and then pull the thread through it. So now that the lace frontal is sewed on, I'm going to start sewing the wefts. Here I'm sewing the first 20-inch bundle. Also, I'm not going to fold the wefts today. I'm actually going to cut them for seamless install. Just because this wig is going to be full already, because you know it's very curly. I don't want to make it extra bulky, so I'm going to cut the wefts. And I'm going to continue sewing. I just finished with my first 20-inch bundle, so I'm going to move on to the next 20-inch bundle. But this time I'm going to change the angle a little bit and sew. Because if you look closely, and if you look at the angle of the closure and the first bundle that I sewed, they are laying differently. So, you know, so little by little, I want to change the angle so it kind of catches up. And as you can see, since I changed the angle, the weft is laying similar to the closure. I'm almost done. Now I am super close to the closure. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lay my track right beside the closure, like literally right beside it, so you can't see any space between the weft and the closure. This way it's seamless. And here you go, a freshly constructed lace frontal wig. But we're not done though. This lace frontal has not been bleached or plucked, so that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to remove the piece of wig cap under the lace, so the lace is properly exposed. So in order to do that, I'm going to use a pair of scissors to cut out the mesh. And no, it doesn't have to be perfect. So now I'm going to bleach the knots. For the bleach, I'm going to use L'Oreal's Quick Blue and Ion's 40 volume developer for sensitive scalp. And it smells delish. It smells so good. And I'm also going to use a plastic cap to cover the lace frontal later. Okay, so I'm going to use, I would say 1/3 of the bleach powder and a little bit of the developer, and I'm eyeballing here. And I'm going to stir it with an old toothbrush. And the goal is to get the mixture to have this consistency, you know, somewhat thick. You don't want it runny because then it's gonna like run through your lace and get to your hair, and then your hair is gonna get blonde, and I don't think that's what you want. You don't want no blonde roots. And then I'm going to set it aside for 10 minutes. And by doing so, time is going to kind of like thicken the mixture, and that's kind of what we're looking for. We want thick bleach mixture. And 10 minutes later, it looks like this, and I'm ready to start. Here, I'm exposing the lace, and I'm using the same toothbrush to apply the bleach using tapping motion. And I'm doing so in small sections. And I'm done. So I am going to cover the lace with a plastic cap, and then I'm going to wait 1 hour, exactly 1 hour, then wash off the bleach completely. So here I'm using a purple shampoo to wash off the bleach. And the lace looks like this after the wash. And as you can see, the knots are significantly lighter than before, and they're less visible. Now I'm going to follow up with a good nourishing shampoo. And I also followed up with conditioner off camera. Sorry about that. I forgot to record it. Okay, so now that the lace is bleached, I am completely ready to pluck the hair. It has to be completely dry, of course. Excuse the dark lighting. It's kind of better that way so that you guys can actually see the fine hair against the white mannequin's head. Because, you know, when the lighting is too harsh, you get the glare, right? So... okay, so in order to pluck the hair, sometimes it's helpful to look at pictures online. Maybe, you know, check celebrities that have curly hair, and then you can like check their hairline. And when you do, you notice that most of them do have thick hairline, but it's still, you know, gradual, and they have some curly baby hairs. So today, that's what we're going for. Step 1, baby hairs. So here I'm sectioning off, you know, a rather thin line, actually very, very thin, like this. Then take a little piece, and with a pair of scissors, I'm going to cut the piece like I'm creating a layer. And then I'm going to take another piece, but this time I'm going to make it a little longer. You see, as long as the length of the baby hairs are different, the more natural it's going to look. Because let's face it, like nobody has a perfect hairline or baby hairs, right? So I'm going to take more sections and cut them in different lengths. So this is what the baby hairs look like. Next, I'm going to take another section, but this time it's going to be a little bit more thicker. Then I'm going to pluck in order to, you know, thin out the hair. Doesn't have to be perfect. Again, less perfect, the better. Then I'm going to make another section, but this time this is going to be the thickest section because this is the last section we're going to work on. Since this is a curly hair, again, thick hairline is okay, so we don't really have to create that many sections to work on. Go ahead. Now, this is the most important part of the plucking process. Create a triangular baldness by plucking little spots. It doesn't have to be completely bald. I'm sorry that my hand is covering, but yeah, here I'm creating more bald spots. Yeah, bald spots. I don't know if you guys can tell the difference, but yeah, there's a difference here. You see these bald spots? Now that I'm all done, I'm going to pull all the hair along with the previous sections, and the hairline looks like this. It's gradual, right? This is before and after. See the difference? This is how I construct a lace frontal wig, curly edition. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really hope that, you know, you guys subscribe to my channel, and, you know, don't forget to click the bell button so that you guys can get notified, you know, when I upload, because I have more things coming up. Actually, I'm very overwhelmed because I have more videos that I have to, you know, film and edit. And also check out my Instagram. And also, actually, I have a makeup channel now. So if you guys want to know me more, a different side of me, and you want to check out my makeup, then click this button or link, I don't know, and then it'll lead you guys there. And yeah, I love you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.